This week's quote of the week. If you're a regular listener to the show, you know my concerns about the assault on free speech in Canada, the U.S., throughout the Western world. I hope you're familiar with the efforts to have the University of Toronto professor Jordan Peterson fired for refusing to use gender-neutral pronouns. You might remember last month I talked about the violent protests at Berkeley preventing controversial journalist Milo Yiannopoulos from speaking. Well, this past week, just outside of Boston, Wesley College, the student newspaper defended shutting down alternative views and free speech, stating, in quotes, "Shutting down rhetoric that undermines the existence and rights of others is not a violation of free speech, it's hate speech." Of course, they are the judge as to what speech should be prevented. But what's going on is not lost on all students. This week in the National Post, a student from Wilfrid Laurier University, Christine Schucknecht, wrote about her own experience, and I quote, "I came to Wilfrid Laurier University to get an education, and I sure got one. I've learned disagreement now equals harm. More specifically, I learned that certain campus factions with a strong ideological agenda are manipulating language and the concept of victimhood to silence opponents. And no one, least not the student union that theoretically claims to represent us all, is trying to stop them." End of quote. Well, I think that sums it up pretty darn nice. It's an incredible movement that's happening against free speech, against fundamental freedoms. And it's amazing to get these people, as I just expressed from Wellesley College, actually thinking that they should be the adjudicator of what is allowed to be said and what isn't. They don't get the irony of the fascism that's inherent in their view.